gave up, but I never really got anywhere near what I was doing on Wednesday.
Pleased in the first two sets, middle two sets. I'm afraid I wasn't the racist, but the last set I had 260 away, which was very good. So I was pleased when I was put under the real pressure, when it went to 2 sets all, that I raised the game very well and had 3 cracking legs. So, but in the day, when you're 2 sets up, you've really got to put the game away and get off the stage as quick as possible.
Keith, just going to not be easy. I mean, it's going to be a good match. I can't see it being any less than 4 sets, one way or the other. So it should be a good match, but I think we're both going to be settled in very early, and we'll see good darts.
I want to just get through the next game and then concentrate on the next one, but John's a good dart player. If he plays really well, then it's a tough match.
So then, 2 world champions of different eras perhaps, but both desperate to get to the quarter-finals with one last chance in this match. Let's join our MC, Russ Prix.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the casino rooms here in Rochester, Kent, for our second playoff match in the 1999 PDC World Grand Prix. Introducing first, from Oshawa in Canada, former world champion John Part, and from Suffolk, another former world champion, Keith Della.
Well, both these men lost to Peter Manley and got to this position by beating Graham Stoddard. Now they have to beat each other if they want to stay in the competition. Let's join Dave Lanning and Sid Waddell.
Thank you, Johnny. Well, great to see Dennis in that kind of form. Sorry for what's there. But the chips are down now. All these lads fighting this afternoon were replaced in the last 8. Della looking very confident, Dave Lanning. And there he is, the 1983 world champion, English, very proud. Son of Ipswich. Stoddard hadn't really showed his best form here. He's very confident and very interesting because Part tried a very fast tactic through and 3 in 7 seconds. His first game, then slowed down last time out, Dave.
Absolutely right, Sid. It seemed he couldn't quite make up his mind at which pace he wanted to tackle Manley. Keith Della, we'll have a look at Part there. He is a class performer. And we'll just have a look at his stat sheet. You can see he's ranked 7, 6-4, so he is the favourite. And we'll look for him starting on 20s or 16. I just think Keith Della knew he had a real stinking patch against Graham Stoddard. And I think he feels, I've got that bad patch out of my system. From now on, he picked up his game, and I think he'll want to carry that late form through into this match this afternoon.
Yeah, I've just been down the practice room where Chris Mason is looking very cool and collected after his marvellous match last night against Rod Harrington, eyeing up his old mentor Bob Anderson, but in very calm mood. We'll be seeing him at approximately 4 o'clock. Mason, see if he can improve or indeed match last night's form. Here goes Part.
.52.
Nicely off. Remember, this is the discipline where you have to get the double start. Most of them have been trying tops. Sometimes in desperation, if 6 go a glide, they head for double 16. It's up to you, though. Still, short course darts relatively, 5 sets. Best of 5 legs per.
100.
Looks as though John Part's reverted to his first round style of throwing them very quickly, 3 in about 7 seconds.
Della's often running 20 gram nickel tungsten darts, beaten in the first round last year.
20.
So he's improved on that form. Here's John Part, 25 gram, pretty heavy by today's standards, these darts. And he was a first round loser to John Lowe last year. So he is enjoying a better Grand Prix, but both of them would only regard it being a reasonably successful tournament if they can get into that quarter-final, where they would run into Rodney Harrington, who's been having a roller coaster ride here this week.
But showing
character,
that sort of kickback character in multi-phases of the game, which make him world number 1. Anyway, this
100.
to get the place against Harrington.
$43. John, you require 114.
114 for John Part, the Canadian, former world champion, as indeed is Deller. Bags of class on stage here.
58.
2 darter for John Part then. Deller back in the woods.
$100. John, you require 56.
Well, double top.
Still a chance, Tops.
16.
On the way. Deller will have to puncture 140 here to pressurise the shot, the single darter.
$100.
So
John,
the Canadian has had 2
40.
darts at a double to win this first leg with the throw. And it was a long way low, a long way short.
2 tens. Ooh,
30.
just too overpitched.
Keith, you require
But
7.
Deller didn't think he'd get a crack at this.
Keith Deller knows that he could really have an escape tunnel here. Now, double top. A real
Tops.
piece of pickpocketing.
40.
Just
John,
in
you
the wrong
require
bed.
10.
2 5s. 1 for double 2. Double 2.
8 scored. Keith, you require
Well,
38.
he really has hit a Beecher's Brook with his finishing, and Deller on double 19
6.
going the other way.
Double 16 to burglarise the leg.
Game shot in the first
That will do
leg.
Keith Deller's confidence no harm at all. He really knows he had
Second
no right
leg,
to have
Keith,
that
the
winning
throw
shot.
first.
Well, Keith, yeah, really stole that one. It still counts. And he double you like, even the one you don't intend.
Well, it's an irony, Sid, isn't it? When he was
41.
looking at double top, he got double 1, but it was much more friendly to him there.
Former world champion, 1994, John Part, averaged 64% shot outs. But at the moment, struggling to get a shot in.
16.
Deller's proved over the years he was no one-hit wonder in 1983 when he beat the great Bristow. Came in as 100-to-1 outsider at the Embassy.
40.
Did the business. Still doing it.
Well, let's look at this again. You can see, well, the dart just didn't have the impact to stay in the board. It just deflected slightly. And all the debate about Keith
60.
and the size of his dart points and all the analysis, he sticks with them, but he still loses more than his fair share of scoring potential.
42.
Well, he's suddenly gone back to a much slower pace, John Part. I think he's still betwixt and between, Dave, of which suits him the better. Oh, that right. Maybe the 14-second shot's the best on.
That's a confident, positive enough maximum, and Deller looking
134.
nice at more inviting targets. Not much in it, but Part has stolen the dart.
Nice marker. Still a marker there for the 60.
100.
Doesn't like the blocker, so covers. Fails to cover, blocks the cover in a way.
58.
Ooh, it's dangerous to try that
Johnny
second cover,
require
Dave.
145.
Treble 15 he wants now. Oh, yes! Tops for a 145. Dennis did a 161. Oh, yes!
Shot.
145 shot when needed. Game cooking up.
Well, there
Third leg.
is the
Jones
winning
and
dart
throw
on the
first.
end of a 1-4-5 check. And isn't this a wonderful game, Sid? He had what? So 7 darts. He missed it to double to win the first leg. Deller came back at him in there, 145 check out with the first dart absolutely sailing home.
32.
It's a good old discipline, this. Played a lot in Geordie Land and parts of England. A lot in America, 301 down double at start. Does sound a little
100.
Machiavellian shake and twist of the game. That's a good one because it leaves plenty of room to the right. Does it ever? I think you'll risk this one as well. Very nice.
100.
Different angles, but who cares? We're not trying to please isosceles.
It's his second 180 in successive legs, and before this he hadn't hit a single one in the tournament.
100.
Well, I think it has to be said, Sid, there's all kinds of schools of thought about starting with a double, but for my money it adds drama to the start of the leg as well as the end.
Got to have top of the shop dart players there. You've got to have the best 16 in the world to ensure they do get off.
99.
And then it is highly counterpointing. Sometimes they miss. We've had them miss as many as 11 times at the starting double.
81.
Oh, that's the blocker. Risky dart this if he aims. Almost had to go below with the first flight where it was.
100.
Got to pressure the shot. Was better than a ton. Slack.
100. John, you require 90.
Well, Part has checked out on 145, so 90 should hold no fears.
15?
15 for the ball. He's already got one dart in the 25
Get a real fancy
ring.
down name after this, after 145. Bull!
Well, you saw how
59.
close it was.
Keith, you require 120.
60. 20. Oh, got to avoid that dart. Oh, he hit the dart and went in! Oh, what a bit of luck!
Well, there it is. Just watch it. You can see it takes a real Glasgow kiss and goes in the double. But that's two. He's nicked.
Well, it's not a classic. The averages are 81 to Part and 80, 75 rather to Della. But as Dave's indicated, this bringing in the double to start doubles the drama, because there's always double drama when they come to the doubles at the end.
52.
Level leg, but Della leads 2-1.
140.
Looks more relaxed. And John Park, here coming to the mark, knows that really he could be home and hosed in this set. He had 7 darts at a double the first leg. He had a dart to win the third leg. And here he is trailing 2-1. Testimony to Keith Deller's persistence.
Yep, he's like a rat of a shutter.
59.
John Part, one of the best counters in the game. See, Bristow was the best ever counter, but Part, when he won the embassy in '94, never hesitated on a change of shot. Mine was a business studies student in Canada.
95.
Keith used to make pies and bread in Ipswich Bakery. Makes his bread this way now.
He earned a crust that way.
100.
Della should be favoured. Get a pot of the double. He has this awkward line. It's not so much the barrel, Dave, as the flight that stops. See, the flight takes it upward.
60.
2 darts could have been aimed at the treble 90 in a field.
142. 30 should be his next dart, yeah.
Relaxed beautifully into that. He was confident that last treble 10 was going in. And now again, I think you should cover here. Yeah, he's taking a lesson. It's a mile off.
$64. Keith requires
Deller
32.
for the set. Double 16.
Top ends are where should him. Oh, got him in!
The top end took the narrow angle, and it still is successful. That again was a pinpoint shot from Keith Dennett. He takes the first set. Don't go away. We'll be back.